a lot of things happen. I once dated a girl who almost just trapped me with a pregnancy. If that night I had sex with that girl, yay!
Google Taylor does. Hello everybody, welcome back. We are back. Yes. We are doing the 1 year of marriage, and how was the first year of marriage, but we're just doing a background of how we met and everything else. So we are on number 3, where we are talking about the proposal, the engagement, and what happened in those times. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. My name is Thembiso Faith Mwami. I am with my incredible husband, Exon King Mwami. He's such a sweetheart. He's looking amazing. I always say the best things in life are bearded, dark, and handsome. Those are the best things in life. If you're joining us for the first time today, please subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much, guys. Many kisses and hugs and love to you. Please, guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share, press the notification button, be part of the notification gang. Let us know what you think. We love you. Mwah.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the proposal. So, how did we? Okay, of course, now 2013. Okay, of course, we take things serious. We're like, okay, this is a committed relationship and all that kind of a thing.
We open up.
Yes, we open up and all those kind of thing. How do we move now from that scenario of we're still very young, to saying no, man. Let's stay together, my baby, till death do us part. Wow, how did that happen? Do you remember those days?
Yeah, I think I do remember, just vividly, because we started really opening up our hearts to each other more.
Yeah.
And we started having more deep conversations. Like we said in the last video, he opened up about his experiences and our hurts and everything. And then you could see that, okay, we're approaching that stage. And then it's like, he did it the nice romantic way. He's like, no, I'm gonna send the letter to your parents now.
Yeah, I think one of the things that was probably a background of what was going on in my mind at that particular moment is, like I said, I had started a journey of personal development from 2009 up until 2000, whatever, 2016. That's when we did the engagement. And one of the things that I realized is, because of so many mentors that I was around, I had created this philosophy, which I still have. I'm a firm believer of this philosophy that, you've heard the saying that life begins at 40. Now, life does not begin at 40. Although it looks like it begins at 40, because at that particular age, there is a certain maturity that a person attains.
Yes.
And the people look at things in a very different perspective. What really matters when you are young and when you are in your 20s, in your 30s, at the age of 40, doesn't really matter. The focus becomes very streamlined and you're more focused. And so my philosophy is, if life begins at 40, why don't I look at what happens to a 40-year-old for them to begin life and adopt that while I'm still in my 20s?
And you had like really older friends.
Like up until today.
Yeah, friends and mentors. Even up until today, his friends are like, old guys, 40 upwards.
These are older brothers and all this most of the people you find me associating around are way
and those are his associates.
Way older.
And I'd really like you to actually talk about that,
And that's really, in summary, that is one of the reasons why. Because the moment your mindset attracts the kind of people you are around, that is just how it is. It is not your physical appearance. It is not your age. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't even know how old I am. You understand? But my mind, I literally built on that philosophy to say, why wait until I'm 40 when I can gather myself around the 40-year-old, adapt to that mental software or mindset, and begin to live and let my life begin now. And I realized one of the things that, a 40-year-old doesn't just go around having sex everywhere. 2011, 2012, when of course we shared, I think, in our first video. I mean, a lot of things happened. I once dated a girl who almost just trapped me with a pregnancy. If that night I had sex with that girl, yay! You understand that kind of thing. And of course, that will be a beautiful story that I will share with you guys. How really that happened.
Yeah, that will be a fun one for you.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things where you would get. The only thing, it is true when they say with this generation, the only thing you need for sex is a place. It's not getting to know a person, it's not getting to do whatever, But that is when our lives really get messed up, And I had really learned to say, no, but if I get out of this path, I'm not going to be able to achieve the bigger vision for myself, for a country, for a generation. Because we need to be able to understand and be conscious that we are called with a purpose. So yeah, I think that is what drove me to understanding what are the few things I currently need to do. For example, I opted out of going. I would have probably hastened to go to university full time. But yeah, I was like, cool, but man, look at how old I am by the time I'm done with varsity and really all these kind of things. So decided to just go into the workplace and work myself through that and that. But most importantly, I realized that every successful man has a stable family relationship.
And I think, also what stood out for me, what also just helped me as well, sometimes we have so much voices and so much pressures coming in from people just because you guys are in a relationship and you are not yet ready to get married. I think it's very important for you guys not to actually fill yourself up with so much pressure that you end up getting in a relationship, getting married prematurely. If you know that you have the power to control yourself, the power to just go all in and get to know your partner, do it. I mean, take as much time as you need. Get people to speak to you and just let you through the time of counseling and everything. Do everything so that you are really sure that this is what I want to do, and not because you are pressurized by church. Because I had so many pressures coming in.
I think
yes, there are so many pressures. Khona manje abantu bayakhuluma bathi wena busy ini uyajola no exini kwasho ngacima. I even remember I was called, I think I should also say that I was called to a church meeting. My mom was not around, people were just going out at me, all these rumors going around, untrue rumors of what was going on. A lot of people conspired even against us, even when we were engaged. I mean, people were talking about Facebook and all of those things, and they would really fill me up with so much but I made sure that I kept my level head and I was stable and I made a good decision for myself. There was pressure, but I didn't let it affect me. So it's important to take your time. Know that you have certain restrictions before you get married. Okay, we shouldn't do this before we get married. We shouldn't have sex before we get married. But it's important to also just go in the long haul, knowing baby, we this is what we want to do, but let's take our time, let's see how far it gets, and if we are not ready to get married, you guys should get married. No one is threatening to kill you, no one is threatening to take your life. So, just take it slow.
Yeah, no, especially when it comes to marriage. I remember 2015, there was so much pressure, and there are certain things that we just intentionally delayed.
Yeah.
So that we know within ourselves that what we are doing is from what we want.
Yeah, from the bottom of our heart.
Because pressure, people, family, church, friends, all these people, they'll put us much pressure, but they are never there.
Yeah, and there was noise, baby. Those days, I mean, we even had the power to get married the next month.
Yes.
Or the next day. We did have,
Yes.
we did have that potential, because I mean, we were financially fine at that moment. We could take a few risks financially for us.
Hey, the pastors.
Hey guys,
forget.
man,
But anyway.
But we made sure, let it not come from the pressure, and I think that's what has made us who we are today.
And being able to be responsible, knowing that we got into this ourselves.
Exactly, and standing up. I remember a few times I had to stand up to a few people and go like, "Hey, guys, in a way, like what's going on? What has it got to do with you guys? And why is there so much pressure? And I think, if you could have really just gotten really involved at that time, hey, but I don't think this will end up.
Yeah, so, and then I said, okay, when the time was right and we felt this is the right moment,
the letter came
we
home.
were like, let's write a letter, let's do, it's very important to honor and respect parents, especially during those times. I really believe in building anything solid that you want to build it on a solid foundation, on a foundation of honor, on a foundation of respect, because whatever you do to your parents, you are sowing it in your own life. Your kids may do it to you, so beyond everything else, I'm a very spontaneous person, but also I came from my dad, my spiritual dad, who's my mentor, my elder brother. He allowed me to open up so much about things like dating. Even if we were, he's a pastor, but he gave me that space where I could speak, which was different from her. So, but now I can't just come in and say, okay, this is how it should be done, where but I could see that when we talk about engagement, she wanted a surprise kind of
thing. Yeah, it's like
she wanted the movies. She wanted a romantic thing.
Go down on one knee.
But then it couldn't, have church and all
the cultures, the upbringing, the rules there.
Couldn't allow that to happen. So I said, okay, cool, it's fine. In my mind, I was just cooking. I was cooking to say, how can I be able to balance the two? And you see, the thing is now you can't discuss your plan in your mind to say, okay, I'm gonna send a letter now, and then whatever will happen later and all that. So I'm planning half of the plan with her, half of the plan in my mind. Yeah. So we arranged for my father, my biological father, to come in all the way from Zambia. I had arranged mentors and my brothers, to come, and of course the Queen Mother to come and deliver the letter. The letter was delivered.
The boy delivered the letter.
They gave us a date.
Yes, they gave you guys a date.
When we go and meet.
Then the Mahadi and the Lobola took place.
Hey, the negotiations took place, Lapo, and we dropped the.
Hey, my friends are gonna ask us so much money. I was like, oh, please, let this not delay us.
Yeah, because at that particular moment we had already started even discussing all our finances.
We had actually started planning towards a wedding.
Very transparent about our finances, so we knew to say, okay.
We've never had financial problems, like financial misunderstandings.
Because I think we
From the start,
we were
from the onset.
very transparent about those. Yes, and they went and negotiated lobolas and all that kind of a thing.
And then just after that, everything that has been done, my parents knew, everybody knew, it's okay, now these people are engaged. And he did such an amazing thing, because I know, like, Aja, this guy spent so much money on the engagement and everything. Yo, guys, he did a proposal for me when he was graduating. That's after the lobola and everything.
Yeah, so the lobola took place in
June.
No, the month
May,
before
May. The month before May.
Yeah.
April.
Yes.
It took place in April. Yes, it took place in April.
And the next month I was graduating.
And he proposed on my mom's birthday, guys, on the 21st of May.
Let's just roll out that. I think you guys have watched it.
Let's just see. It's been a while since we watched this, babe.
Let's just put
the proposal.
There's a lady.
You're so thin, bruh.
In yellow dress.
Not like bulky like you look now.
Her middle name is Faith. I always say faith is a substance of things hoped for and an evidence of things unseen. And I met her and I decided to marry her.
And even I was thin. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that's me, baby. Yes. That was my first expensive dress that this guy bought me. Remember, babe, it's about 1.5.
Yeah.
That's about 1,500, guys. He bought it for me, and those shoes as well. I remember this girl came in, was selling them, and then in the office, and then he bought it for me as well. So I looked, and that morning I was like, "Hasn't baby name? I just want to put on my navy dress." And it's like,
so this is how. Let's go about that.
If you want to watch the full video, there is. We'll put the link, baby. We must put the link.
The video is there.
Yeah.
So what happened is, after they paid, they went and negotiated lobola. I'm like, okay, how do I then surprise her? How do I get, both the honor and the respect part of our parents come true, but also make her feel special and get that surprise engagement? So I thought, okay, I can do this, and let me do it on my graduation. Then I called the department that was organizing our graduations at Menkosa, and I spoke to this guy. I said, "Look, man, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do, and this and that and that."
Oh, man.
And then the guys were very receptive to the idea. They said, "No, it's fine. We'll give you that slot." Now, when we were going, I had to make sure she comes with me to the graduation. So my father was still around, because after the lobola of what my father was still in the country. So convinced her, we're driving. She doesn't know what's happening. Now, here's what happens. During that time, I struggled. I don't know what happened. I struggled to get the ring that I wanted her to have. But some time back,
He gave me a promise ring.
I had given her the promise ring. Yeah. So now the next mission is to steal her promise ring
From my bag.
from her bag. Because the dates of my graduation and the dates of when, I remember the ring that I wanted to get was big. So now for them to resize it and all that, it wasn't gonna, it was not gonna match with the date of when we were supposed to, and the graduation was in Durban. So she came to the office this other time, went into her bag, stole the promise ring. And she's asking me about the promise ring. I'm like, dude, that's not, right now you can't be worried about those kind of things. Focus.
No, I was so worried. And then
I remember I told you that she had 2 wardrobes, right? Now the next thing I'm worried about is, I can't engage her when she comes and dressing like that. So now, let's make sure that the dress code is fine. Hey, your madam, she wanted to put on just this. I know to say this is one of the lifetime moments for her. She shouldn't be able to regret it and say, I wish I knew I should have dressed
and
like
I was
this.
like, it's gonna be cold in Durban. Let
Yeah.
me just put on something else. Let me put on like, it was just a navy dress, a dull navy dress. Thank God I did not listen to the devil.
Yeah, so in the morning, now I have to hide the ring, and the best place to hide it is I gave it to my father. I'm like, Dad, you must keep this and keep quiet. The next day, we go to the graduation. Actually took a guy who used to take pictures and say, this moment you have to be able to capture it. So when we arrived in Durban the day before the graduation, I told her to say, at the graduation they asked me to speak. I asked for a slot to be able to speak and market my book and just market my speaking so that I can be able to talk in front of all the graduates. And she's like, oh baby, that's a great opportunity. Wow, that's so. When we arrived, dropped her at the place where we were sleeping, and then I had to drive to go and meet with the team that was now arranging for the entire slot for that engagement.
It was awkward because I was sitting there. There was even this Toby Lenomzandi as well.
Yes, so the day for the graduation,
they were there, our
I
friends,
spoke to my brother. I told my brother, and I
brother.
said, this is what I'm planning to do. And he came through for me just to be able to support. You know,
we had a mini photo shoot like for
we were just, it was just to relax the nerves and make sure that.
And Manja, I'm telling Musto, why are we not coming? Why are we not getting in?
Oh yeah, because the thing is, when everyone was getting in, we got some VIP treatment because they knew that we needed to sit at a certain place so that we don't waste time with everything, with all the logistics when that moment comes.
And then I was like, hey boss, Torando, are you not going in? Like, no sis, mate, I don't know. It's the Arab, it's Torando. Like, I don't get that. Not really, I don't think so. Listen outside. I'm like, this girl, I'm not sure what's going on. And then that's when I was asking, that's when I even asked, baby, where is my ring? Yes, I lost my ring. And I remember Usto said, after when you're asking about the ring, I thought you actually knew what was going to happen. Yeah. And I didn't know anything. I've never been so clueless in my life, guys. I was like, yo, this guy is going to speak. Amazing, amazing. I was so excited for him. Gandhi, people were in on this, Yeah, so we planned that all out and it just came out, and I think, it was very scary. It still makes me feel fuzzy inside. That was such a beautiful moment. Everyone at that day, it put a stamp on his love for me because it was like, yes. It put a stamp on his love for me, guys. I just knew it was Ahmed, this guy, like, really genuinely loved. She really wanted that. She really wanted a down to the knee kind of a situation, and what would have been a best place to do it on Mom's birthday and on my mom's graduation. Birthday. It was my graduation, not just academically, but from singleness. Adulthood. And after that, we had like a beautiful engagement. She was engaged 3 times. So there's a lobola payment done. Engaged at my graduation done. Then we came back and we did an engagement. An engagement party event. Very beautiful, guys. I had a Michelle Obama inspired dress. Beautiful. I mean, I was beautiful, baby. Must put up that picture somewhere there or there. Yeah. That's feel free, my son. Okay. I know I have asked you this question a million times. I can ask you another million times. I always say faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things that are not yet seen, but they will be seen. And I say to myself, now that I have found faith, the promises of God, I'll marry her. Anje, I'm just engaging you.
vision of becoming the president of Kenya. So today, this is a symbol that officially just confirms that you will become the first lady of the country. Because of your love, you are supported. You work extra time with me, but being able to tolerate me, being able to understand me, being able to love me, being able to say words that brings out the king in me. Today I say, would you marry me? This time you're gonna answer. This time you're gonna answer.
You are loved. She accepted. Please give them some strength. That's so sweet.
At our engagement, I look beautiful. Our people that love us and the people we love were there. Bishop Alex was there officiating. It looked like a wedding.
Yeah,
but
were there.
Yeah.
They really are there.
Mom and dad were there as well. My grandmother was there. She before she just passed on, she came to our engagement and I had a picture with her, which was very beautiful. And yeah, everything was so beautiful. That day was just beautiful because it was going out until it was like an evening sort of vibe and event.
Yeah.
I really just had such a beautiful engagement phase, and it compensated for all of the pain I was feeling throughout getting in a relationship with him, because I had a lot of trials and tribulations with family, with church. So all of that, all of the beauty of my engagement compensated for that. It was a very, very beautiful moment and time of my life. I just want to go back there. Our friends were there, baby, remember? Our friends were there, our family, guys. And we had our many vow promising, they were promising each other, it's gonna happen, we are gonna get married. And
I think also maybe, just to share, we didn't go the route of counseling. We went the route of mentorship.
Yes, of mentorship.
Our dad and mom, Bishop and Reverend, Mwami from Nelspruit, so divinely, just how we met.
I love them.
So divinely.
Mom and Dad, if you're watching, to you.
So divinely how we met.
Love you.
They just went like, son, we're gonna do this and we're gonna make sure that we support you. We're gonna make sure. They came to the engagement. We continued getting mentorship. And I think why it's more of a mentorship than counseling is because of the access they gave us into their lives. The access they gave us into their marriage, the access they gave us. It's a place. It's home.
It's indeed home.
It's like. It's like we were given birth by them. When they are talking to us about marriage, it's not some kind of people who are just telling you.
So far from reality. They are so open, even open about their trials, their tribulations, their weaknesses in marriage. And from them you can really see the true picture of love at the end of the day, which is what you really want from a mentor. Mentors in a relationship or even in life. You don't want someone who does not have any mistakes, and who comes to you as a perfect person with no mistakes. I mean, that mentorship is very dangerous, because you're gonna wanna strive for to be this perfect perfect person, with the perfect marriage, with the perfect life. So find yourself a person with weaknesses that has overcome those weaknesses, that continues to overcome the things that actually come as challenges to them.
Yeah, and also my love, one thing I love about our parents, especially when it comes to mentorship in marriage, is they don't need to open up their mouth to
Yo, bruh, I
think
that's the best.
You just need to be around them. When the two of them, whether it is at home, whether it's at church, whether they are having fun, because they just have fun. They've been married, 20?
Okay, I'm gonna try and copy mom, you copy dad.
Yeah.
Honey, would you like some tea?
Yeah, sweetheart. Let's have some tea.
Alright, honey, I'll make you some tea.
Thank you, my wife. Thank you. Son, your mother is happy. She's happy that she married me.
Of course. I think there was
that's, I think for us, that is really what is encouraging each and every time. And you see, when you're around such kind of environment, we are going now. After this video, we are driving. We are on our way. Nelspruit. Yeah, so I just wanted us to insert that and be able, because I know that we took, we did all what we did to honor our parents. We did all we did to honor, you just what you wanted. But our engagement, we avoided to include so much of church. Even our engagement celebration, we just really didn't want to we chose a neutral venue for intentional, because we wanted to understand. One thing I think one of the things that mentorship has taught me when it comes to marriage is there are two families coming together. But these two families, when they come together, they are coming together for one purpose: to create a foundation for a new family.
To birth a new family.
Sometimes we make a mistake where these two families come together and the new family gets absorbed in the politics of these two families. And then your family doesn't grow to its exponential growth because it has been swallowed up by what's happening between and look, we are coming from families that are really just complicated.
I think that's the word.
That's the thing. Yeah. And we really try to navigate a path where we don't be labels, because you can easily be rebellious, but we try to make sure that we honor our parents and show respect to them, but also at the very same time we create a platform, an environment for this new family that is about to be born to stand on its own
and have its own identity.
That is it. And that is really what our engagement first was about, building that. And maybe that's also the reason why we received so much gossip, so much toxicity and criticism from the clergy, churches, individuals, friends, neighbors, community, society. It was because and I don't regret, I would take the same path, because today we are able to stand and be accountable for our own actions in our relationship, because there's no third party involvement so much that we have been influenced. So that is our engagement phase.
We hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah, so let's talk about the wedding and our first year of marriage.
Catch you next time, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. If you have reached up until here, will you pause? I am a pauser. We love you. Thank you very much. We are back with our next video in a